The most expensive thing in the world, both in the spirit and in this platform of earth, is taking a risk. The literates will tell you that taking a calculated risk is the best. In the science of man and in the four walls of education, we have come to know that there is a difference from calculated risk and uncalculated risk. What we fail to know is this: both calculated risk and uncalculated risk, they all have one thing in common: risk. A risk is a risk. That you live and all beings breathe on earth today, they are all risk. No man on earth ever made a risk to be born on earth. Do you know who take that risk? It was God that took the risk to create and to make destinies. And it will be his loss if eventually nothing happened at the end of all his hard labor and hard work. It is not your risk if the risk God has risked to create you failed. You are only a risk. Yes. We are all the portfolios of God, for we carry different bodies and different mission, different responsibility, but we are his risk. Yes, we are his risk. So if nothing happened, being his risk and risking whatever we think we are calculating and risking that which we think that we are not calculating, then it is his loss at the end if nothing happened. If he makes no profit, is his loss. It is not your loss. It is only now it is your loss because you have soul. You have realized that you are not just a creation. You have realized that you have a soul. So knowing you are a money that to be spent, you know you have power. You know you can buy many things as much as you can. Now, making sure that you buy things that will not be a waste in future, it is the most important thing. For money does not have any responsibility of being a money. All the responsibility money have now that it has come to know that it is money is having a what? A purchasing power. This message is a powerful message. I pray God give us deep wisdom and understanding to acknowledge this knowledge and absorb it. Nobody on earth is responsible of their existence, but we are all responsible of the soul we carry. We are all responsible of the power we have. We are all responsible of what we use the power God has left with us. Whatever we consummate with it, whatever we use that power to consume, becomes our responsibility and we are answerable to it. Yes. Money have no responsibility, like I said earlier. Money did not know that it's going to be created because far in the olden days, we are trading what? Trade by barter. Now the power of what you have determine what you get in return. If you have a diamond, you determine what you exchanged in a return. If you have a beans, it determines how many cup or how many penta or how many plate of rice you will get in return from the other household that have rice. If you have one tube of yam, it determines the power it can generate you in return of what you need. The yam does not know that it's going to be created as a yam. All what the yam know is I am yam. Now the number of the yam determines the power the yam have in order to exchange in return to the need of the owner. We are not our owner. The owner is God. Now we are in this world for us to do what? To purchase that which he has given us power, that which he has given us currency to purchase. The question, are you purchasing well? You being in this platform, knowing that we are all human beings, we are all risk. No risk of God is calculated. Let me put it to you. Any risk of God that end up purchasing something nice, end up using the currency he left with us well, then it is his gain. Anyone of the risk that end up purchasing nothing and end up losing all the currency for nothing, it is his loss. You not being asked to create, you not being responsible of your creation, you will pay as a soul in hell. Yes. For we are a mystery to ourselves. The clearer of this mystery is God. Rena Bonki, God bless your soul. He knows that even as a missionary, he did not have the sorts in ministry as a beginner. When he hosts a big evangelist that will conduct the crusade and pray for people for miracle, when the time for such came, the evangelist disappointed him. Man is destined to be disappointing fellow man. Yes. He promised to pray the next time he will come, but he never came. Now, the crusade has been fixed. Being have honored the occasion. Need have been placed before him to heal, to pray. For when you mention the name of God or when you gather in the name of Christ, everything is being questioned. Every need is being questioned. For God, even in his time of Christ, he never appeared without doing something. He delivered, he healed, he teach. He is practical with what he do and what he say. So anyone coming in the name of Christ, all the risk of God are expecting him to put out something that will show indeed that you have God. But God cannot confirm what is not being preached. Yes. You don't need to be assured. All you need is being the risk which you are, which we are, which I am. The devil will always ask you, what if nothing happened? It is left for you to say, even though nothing happened, the point is, I am obeying the will of God. I am obeying the voice of God. That was what Rena Bonki said to himself when the devil put it to him. He said, I am obeying the voice of God. And when he demanded that 4 blind people come out, he prayed for them. He was ready for the worst to happen. He was ready to acknowledge them being blind even after his prayers. but he was disappointed by his words, his expectation. God came in at the dying minutes and honored his words, and the four people blind begin to see. And now the risk of being a disappointment to the risk of God creation disappeared. Whether I perish, I perish. Whether no miracle, I continue. We need to acknowledge that we are the risk of Christ. That any risk you are taking as a soul, just know already, starting from the beginning, you are a risk. So you taking risk, it is your nature to take risk. If nothing happen at the end, if you lose everything in your own risk taking, you are still a risk. And that is not the end. The devil will ask you, will you ever make it in you believing in God? Will you ever conceive you still believing in God? How many years have you waited for him? How many years have you sat on that chair? How many years have you lied on that sick bed and you are still believing in him? What if nothing happened? What if he did not show up? What if he did not hear you and you die in your expectation? Tell him that all that matters is that I am obeying the will of God. All that matters is what? I am obeying the will of God. That is all that matters. What if nothing happened? Does not matter. What matter is that I am the risk of Christ. If I fail, he lose. If I win, he gain. Our Christ want to gain. No one will make an investment and pray and work hard for him to fail. Everyone want to make a dividend. Everyone want to make an interest. Everyone want to make a gain and profits. So why will Christ be exceptional? Remember, we are all the currency of Christ. Now, what you use that currency to purchase matters to you and your creator. We are all an errand boys, errand girls, errand men, errand women of Christ. So make sure that what you are being sent to get, you fetch it well. For if you don't, even though you did not ask him to create you, you are going to be duly punished as a soul at the end. Thank you so much. This is Supreme Genesis, bringing to you the spring of life before the face of the earth. Recommend us wherever that will bring our growth and development. We are always open for correction. Thank you. This is Winifred Onyinyechi speaking to you from Supreme Genesis. We are in all platforms. Support us at any point you can. Bless you so much.